Yes.
Next guy on show, Fabian Duske, Umeleon. Umeleon? Umeleon.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Umeleon. Thank you.
Where are you from?
Bremen, Germany.
Bremen. That's one of the nicest Hansestädte of all times.
Is it?
Yeah.
Like one of the nicest, one of the three nicest. Yes.
Have fun. Umeleon on stage, the second last of today. He's going to be heartily welcomed.
Thank you very much. Well, I'm Fabian. I'm one of the co-founders from Umeleon. It's Umeleon, so it's like you and then refer to chameleon. So you can color whatever you want. And we developed a desktop extrusion machine, so users can produce their own filament. So it's like decentralized. It's not like big machines. It's just users, like designers, can produce like the filaments they need. Yeah. The pointer doesn't work. Okay, just keep on going. Like, why we started doing this is because, I mean, you all know that FDM printers are really nice for prototyping. Prototyping, I mean, everyone knows it. We just keep on going, like 5 minutes, everyone is busy, just keep on going. So prototyping, I mean, Ultimaker does a lot of prototyping, they do like whatever. And so far, if prototypes are done with traditional manufacturing process, it's really expensive. This is why 3D printers comes in. But normally, if a prototype is done, it requires a lot of like finishing work. So it's like polishing, painting, a lot of like after work. So it's still like really labor intensive and also cost intensive, even though it's still cheaper than traditional manufacturing process. You all know that. But if you pick the right colors from the beginning and you just have like automatic finishing, there's no need of polishing, of painting all the materials, which also is a really big like problem in designers' work. They're really picky with the colors, they're really picky with the finishing. So why not taking the right colors just from the beginning? So this is where we're standing. So we have 3D printers, we have a lot of different like methods for like finishing, also like PLA, like simple plastic, which are good for prototyping. But which is missing is so far like the possibility to produce just what users need. So there are like 10,000 different filaments in the market, but it's really a problem to get the right types, like the right color, the right quality. And we developed like a really small extrusion machine, which is like 40 centimeters wide and 60 centimeters high. It is based on like a cartridge system. So we're mixing like primary colors, and then we can just basically mix whatever the user wants. We focus on RAL and Pantone colors, so really high quality colors. This actually exists in our basement. This is rendering, but this actually is producing right now, so it's not like not standing still. It's not idea, it's a product. It's fully automated, so we're saving all the color codes. So for example, if you guys like to mix like orange, we change the percentage of red and yellow, so it's always reproducible. And then also people can see what they like. So if they like to have a bit darker, a bit like lighter, or like more transparent, it's not a problem. We handed in like a patent. It's still pending. That was in March. As you guys know, that takes some time until we know what that means. But yeah, we're in a good way. Then here on these fairs, it's a lot of industry. So everyone says, who cares about color? It's like black and white and gray. That's great. But then I look around, and it's a lot of color here. So I'm always surprised it's still like black and white and gray. It is actually true. It is more important in like design areas. Like for example, here like tables. There's also a lot of still like early beginning designs, like a lot of different platforms where you can get these like designs, but gets more professional. Like people actually start paying for designs, like good designs. Also like covers for robotics, lamps, logos, like fashion, whatever. It's like a lot of different things and gets like higher quality. It's not only people trying to fix printers, it's people use printers for producing like kind of cool things. And there's a huge market behind. But first, to the competitors, like the main supplier for PLA filament offers like 32 colors. That's a lot. But if you consider like that there are 10,000 options, it's not too much. So and then if you want to have like a certain like color type, it's really hard. Like it takes time. You have to get like a lot. So it's not made for small quantities. Yeah, it depends on the supplier. And then, yeah, as you all know, like FDM printers is really a niche, it's really small. So a lot of people say, well, this is super small, you just don't bother, and people don't care about color. It's just 600 million, and like consumables is 400 million, so the filament, what we're producing. But there's huge market in like do-it-yourself market, so a lot of people like actually start paying for designs. It's like, it starts evolving, it happens now. So we really want to focus on that one and see what is possible, like also like lamps and whatever. And we're right now having a prototype. We're working on different other plastics, depending on if this is used outside or inside of the company. But also, yeah, we plan to multiply our machine, and then we work with distribution partners. We're on trade fairs and different journals. The business model, just like quick forecast. Right now, we're selling materials, so it's like corporate identity colors, like companies who want to have their own color. But on the long term, we're planning to sell this machine or just reproduce it. So this is why we're here. We're still looking for like experts, people who like know the market and see how it's evolving. So we have two options. And then in the long run, we're planning to make the money with the consumables, because all the color codes are based on the pigments which we have in our filaments. And yeah, we're three right now. Like, that's me, Fabian, but there's also mechanical engineer and systems engineer, so we're doing all the development ourselves. We're public funded from the Access Stipendium. It's just a German stipendium, and right now we're in the incubator, and we're still planning like next month we're going to another incubator in the States. So this like the States. Thank you very much for your time. I took some more time. Thank you very much. Now I'm ready for questions.
Umeleon. The Bremen people, can they get to Thuringia?
Probably not if you're currently in an incubator there, yeah?
Right now we're in Hanover.
Okay.
So,
yeah. Well, you have to look at what options you could have here in Thüringen.
Yeah.
We've got lots of Hochschulen, lots of Fraunhofer institutes. I'm sure there's some good collaboration partners for you here. Maybe I just quickly ask, what's the history of the company? How did you pick up on this color theme and start the focus there?
Well, we started last year, so we have the Access scholarship since last year, August. We had a small pivot because first we wanted to do something related to XYZ. They're doing like multicolor things. So we focused on, we wanted to do multicolor, but we experienced it's like really low quality. So I mean, it works in schools, but we always wanted to do like cool things. So we didn't want to have like multicolor. We'd rather focus on one color and want to make it really good. So we started last year. We did some business plan contests, and right now we keep on developing. So we have the first customers. Yeah.
So within the FDM business, I think your product is a really good idea, because you clearly know who you address as a customer and who you are selling your products to. So that's a pretty good thing. However, what I noticed is that this is not a completely new idea. There is Struder out there. There's MQ Bus. I think it's yes.
Done.
So they are not there anymore. Yeah. Why are you going to survive, and what do you do better than the others?
Yeah, we had like, I mean, they also get access. So when we found them, we called them and we said, "What happened, guys? Can we have your sensor?" They have a really good sensor for the diameters. They also have a pattern on it. So we were just wondering if we can get the good stuff from them. I actually think like the problem is it's really challenging, like at least for us, like young founders, like developing the whole machine. We think like this is possible in a year. I think they also had this goal to build it in 1 year, and they wanted to make it like synchronized to the printing process. And I think it just took too much time. In the end, they didn't focus on like selling material. A lot of people said, don't waste your time on selling material, just focus on the machine. That's where you make money. But we're rather focusing on customers and see what they do with what we're doing, and then we're quite certain that we find fundings and ways to keep on going. From my knowledge is that they would have loved to keep on going, and they also had customers. It's just not enough time. So I think like we still have some time.
So what do you calculate are the additional costs per kilogram of filament if you use your color?
Well, right now, I mean, we're still discussing our business model. So if we sell the material like the cartridges, or if we just employ the machine ourselves, right now we have like if we have specific colors, so corporate identity, it's 70 euros for 1 kilo, just for learning. but also filament is super cheap, so it's not expensive to produce like cartridges. Also, users are really welcome to use their own filaments if they want to. They just have to use our filaments if they want to use our color codes. So I think in the long run, because all the filaments are so cheap, I think we can really push down the prices. And then we have to think if we want to make the money with a machine, so we have a higher price, or if we just charge more for material. Yeah.
I'm not sure if you already gave the answer to my question. You actually shared the sales forecast. There was an interesting step or kind of a dip in there. What's the thinking behind?
Like about the forecast? Well, the thinking behind is that there are like some companies like music manufacturing. They're on the market. They have like a high custom, like they build on, like they have a new product. The market is kind of like evolving. It's still really small. So for us, it's really challenging to have like a proper forecast. This is kind of the curve, you start with. This is our motivation. And I'm quite certain, like just because we're like in contact with music manufacturing, so we're just gonna speak more and try to get more numbers, because we don't really have like reliable numbers. If you have, you're really welcome to provide me with these numbers we need.
Maybe in relation to his question, what's your traction so far?
Our traction on our website, our traction with the people we speak.
Yes. Have you sold anything?
Yes,
like how much?
Like we learned speak with the people directly. So we have a website which is like our business card. Everyone's going on our website, says, oh, that looks good. But then in the end, our focus is still lying on speaking with the people and seeing what they use it for. Because it's still like from the jump from really like techies to maybe people paying for like high quality designs. So traction on the internet side is really low. And the traction with the customers is low because we just pick the customers we really want in the beginning. We're not doing everything. Yeah. So it's high quality, low traction, I would say.
We call it the Henne-Ei-Prinzip. What comes first, ne? Thank you very much here on stage, Fabian Duske from Umeleon.
Okay.
Hi, good job.